Tighten the straps around his chest and hand me the scalpel. Forget the useless straps and pin him down with his own cane.
I can't do both, Doctor!
Then I'll do it myself.
The doctor all but yanked the scalpel out of my outstretched hands as I was in an almost spider-like position with half of my body trying to hold down the patient, while the other reached out to hand the equipment. I slowly lowered my now blood-spattered arm from the patient and tilted my head so that I looked directly at the doctor. Doctor.
Yes?
He died.
I'm aware of that. He wasn't able to endure the bloodletting. His body was fragile as it is. Bring him where the others are. Oh, you should be able to do that alone. Look how thin he is. This man rarely had a meal.
Even if he is thin, I can't carry this body alone.
Oh, then let's be quick about this.
Don't be a weakling. Use more strength, Doctor. This barely fed man is already half his weight from all of the blood that's spewing from his neck.
Didn't they teach you in France to be respectful to your mentor?
Certainly not to an Italian weakling.
I will return to my chambers. Make sure to clean the floor before you leave.
What a surprise. I have to clean it again.
What was that?
I said yes, Doctor.
Little imp.
I would have stuck my tongue out in retort as the doctor turned to leave, but fortunately for him, my mask hid my pretty face, and so I did not need to wait for him to turn. Once the doctor left, I begrudgingly took the cloth and bucket from the closet, then proceeded to go on all fours, bruising my dainty knees, then began to clean. Finally, done! I walked out into the garden where the corpses of those who died of the infectious plague were discarded. Death's return, that's what we called it. A second wave of plague that took over the body after the victims survived the Black Plague. Over 100,000 died as a result, and this garden is home to 500 of those bodies. I climbed the small mountain of rotten flesh and laid myself over the very top. As I looked ahead, I watched the star-filled sky. Each of the twinkling lights reminded me of those who died. The doctor and I stopped counting the number of times people died as a result of our failures. How did we end up here?
Because we aren't immortal.
I did not notice nor hear the doctor climb almost halfway up the pile of corpses. It wasn't until I felt the faint brush of his fingers against the back of my head did I realize he was standing near. I admit I was irritated by this sudden invasion, but at the same time, this small gesture felt like it connected us, and in a way, it did.
It must be a reminder of our mortality.
Don't sneak up on me, Doctor.
I came to say goodbye. Actually, when I saw your body strewn on the top, I thought you had died and placed yourself over the pile, as expected, to ease the work of cleaning up after you.
Me? Someone who is young, smart, and pretty? I will probably be the one who would clean up after you. Someone who is thin, old, and weak. But I hope that you will be the one who has to clean after me.
Why?
Because I don't want to be alone.
Don't worry. My body handled more in life than yours. The younger people tend to perish first. However, I admit it would make my work slightly harder. Just slightly.
Just say that you would miss a beautiful young lady like myself.
You're more of an arrogant imp. But I think it's appropriate to say that I would miss you. Thank you for your work, Belle.
Thank you too, Agostino.